Alright, I'm being told that you're not going to have to wait long for a confirmation from this person. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if you get a knock on your door, if you get some type of love letter, a delivery of flowers, maybe your favorite chocolates, whatever it is, there's going to be some type of surprise from your person, and that is how you're going to know this is your person. So if you're currently with somebody, whether you are in separation or if you're in some type of situationship lacking the confirmation or the commitment, whatever it is you are currently experiencing in love, you are about to receive some sort of communication, some type of confirmation, a sign and a symbol from your person, like literally delivered from your person. So if you get it from, stop. Oh, okay, so this is something that you've kind of been questioning, is what I'm hearing. Like you've been questioning this person's feeling towards you. With the Princess of Shells, I feel like you're somebody who is almost not realizing who you have become. Like I feel like this Princess of Shells energy going into this Queen of Roses energy, this is like, this person isn't quite what you expected them to be. You don't have to lower your standards for this person. In fact, keep your standards high. If you keep your standards high and you keep your energy high, you will have your Emperor coming forward. This person is slow moving though, is what I'm being told. I have the Illusion on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so you're definitely about to receive the truth in a situation. Like you're literally going to receive the truth. I feel like if you ask this question right now to your guides and your angels, if you ask this question of if this is your person, if this is truly your person, you are going to receive that confirmation. And you cannot give, okay, if this person does not show up for you in the energy of love as that confirmation, that is your confirmation that this is not your person. And I feel like that's a really difficult one to accept and receive, because it does mean having to let somebody go, or at least allowing distance and space between you and this person, which I know is not exactly what you want in this situation, but what you need is the truth, and what you need is that confirmation. And so if you allow it, if you trust in the universe, the universe will show you. It will give you it's like almost a simple command. Like just the response or the reaction of this person to what you do and what you say is going to let you know that this is your person. And you want to know what? With the King of Roses coming out, I feel like this is going to have a much more positive outcome than you realize. It's almost like you have some self-doubt when it comes to this love connection and this person. But if you really ask and really trust and really say, you know what? I'm going to let you, 6 of Roses in the bottom, victory, literally victory in love. I feel like if you give this person the benefit instead of the doubt, you're going to see a positive response, or you're going to see a positive action. This person is going to be taking an action towards you. It is going to be your confirmation of if this is your person or not. That's going to be for you to decide. Is this a positive confirmation that you're receiving from this person? Or is this something that kind of puts you in the energy of feeling let down or feeling not good enough? That's going to be your confirmation. So I trust that you are going to receive everything you need to receive. Maybe that's a sign right there. Don't get worked up over it. Don't allow your worries and your fears to overtake your mind. Hold on. The worst is over, is what I'm being told. And that's the ultimate message I received from that. So as always, if you do feel called to dive in further, I offer personal card pulls with my love deck via texting. You can click the link in my bio to dive into your personal love connection. And I am always here whenever you feel ready and if you ever feel called. Your king is coming. That person that you've been praying for, that person that you've been waiting for, that person that you've been hoping for is coming. And coming with them is this whole list of everything that you need in order to feel best supported, in order for you to feel best loved and cared for in a relationship with this person. God, angels, what message would you like for me to share today regarding this love connection? Whoa! Starting out strong with the Queen of Cups energy, which is definitely something that you are embodying at this time. You're letting go. You're flowing into this energy of trust, of freedom and love, of what you truly wish to experience, which is just happiness. You might even be glowing at this time. This glow that's coming from within you is actually what is attracting your partner. And we do have the Page of Swords. I love, love, love when people underestimate you. I love when people underestimate the power of your presence in their life, because that is one of your superpowers. It's that when you come into a union of love with someone, even if that's platonic or familiar, whatever it is, when you are in a union of love with somebody, you truly give your all. You truly give everything that you are, everything that you have, and that changes lives. This king energy, this masculine energy that is going to recognize you as this queen energy, is also going to recognize the power that you have to change their life for the better. This is somebody who is in need of everything that you are, not because they lack in any area, but because they can't get to the next level without you. And we do have a death and transformation in the Ace of Wands. This to me is this confirmation that they are ready for you. They are ready to take this leap of faith with you. They are ready to take your connection to the next level very quickly, I might add. We have a lot of emotional energy coming into this as well. But a really big transformation. By the way, as this person transforms, oh, and we did forget one here. As this person transforms, so will you. We have the King of Wands. Whoa. So this masculine energy is very tuned into their emotions. Like, they understand the absolute depths of themselves. They love to feel their emotions, and they are not afraid of yours. Like, this is somebody who is not intimidated by your presence. They see you and they just want to honor what you are, and the way that you both look at each other, the way that you both capture each other's attention. You both have something so different to offer one another, but when you come together, it's like you complete each other in a way that it's like it's balanced. Like, you have something that they are missing from their life, and they have something that you might have been missing from your life as well. There's a certain sense of stability that this connection offers you. This person really understands how connected you are to the spiritual realms and the power that you have to bring into fruition so much in your life. Yeah, with the Four of Wands together, and we have the Queen of Wands on the bottom. Together, you are going to do so much. You are going to accomplish so much. You are going to build something so valuable, so beautiful, so worth holding on to, worth keeping, worth caring for. The relationship that you are going to have with this person is going to produce so much goodness. It's going to create so much wealth and generational wealth, and that. This is someone who you can continuously take leap after leap after leap of faith with. And you're just going to go higher and higher and higher. And it requires both of you working together. And this is something that you are both going to be so happy and willing to do. Beloved soul, before you leave, pause for just a moment. I believe these words found you for a reason. This is not an accident. Heaven want your heart to hear this today. There have been nights when you wondered if anyone truly saw your pain. Moments when you felt forgotten, overlooked, and exhausted from carrying so much in silence. But listen carefully. God has not forgotten you. Not for a single second. Right now, place your hand over your heart and say these words out loud. I am chosen by God. I am deeply loved. I am not forgotten. My love is divine, and my story is still being written by His hand. Say it again, even if your voice shakes, even if tears fill your eyes. Say it until the truth becomes stronger than the fear you've been carrying. The enemy tried to convince you that your story was over, but heaven says this is only the beginning. The chapters ahead will hold healing, restoration, unexpected blessings, and a love that arrives in God's perfect timing. And if this message touched your spirit, please don't keep it to yourself. Share it. Somewhere, someone is sitting alone right now, feeling like they have reached the end of their strength. Your share could be the very sign they prayed for. It could be the reminder that they are still chosen, still loved, and still seen by God. If you feel led to support this mission of spreading prophetic and faith-filled messages, you can do so through a super thanks. Whether it's $5, $10, $20, or any amount God places on your heart, know that your generosity helps these words reach people who desperately need hope. May God bless every giver abundantly, restore what has been lost, and open doors no one can shut. May He fill your home with peace, your heart with joy, and your future with the very promises He has spoken over your life. Remember this, beloved soul. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are deeply loved, and heaven is still writing a beautiful story through your life. There is a particular kind of waiting that hollows you out. Not the productive kind, not the patient, purposeful waiting of someone who is using the time to grow and build and become. The other kind. The kind where you have done everything you know to do, where you have worked on yourself and released and trusted and let go and circled back and trusted again. And still, in the quiet hours, the question persists. The one you are almost tired of asking because you have asked it so many times without receiving the kind of answer that actually settles it. Is this my person? And underneath that question, the more private one, am I reading this right? Am I seeing something real, or am I seeing what I want to see? You have been carrying those questions, possibly for longer than feels comfortable to admit. And the uncertainty they produce is not this kind that motivates action. It is the kind that creates a low hum of doubt that runs beneath everything, making it difficult to be fully present in the connection, because part of you is always slightly braced for the moment when the answer reveals itself to be the one you were afraid of. That uncertainty is about to be resolved, not by you analyzing your way to an answer, by the other person making themselves known. A confirmation is coming. Not in the abstract, not as a feeling or an intuition, but in a tangible, physical, unmistakable way. Something delivered. Something that arrives at your door or in your hands or in your direct and undeniable experience in the form of a gesture, a surprise, a declaration. Something that does not leave room for the second guessing that has been characterizing this period. When it arrives, you will know. not because someone told you how to interpret it, but because something in your body, that instrument that has been quietly registering the truth of things even when your mind was busy arguing with the evidence, will simply recognize it as either the confirmation that yes, this is real and this is them choosing you, or as the equally important, equally valuable, and significantly harder to receive confirmation that it is not. Both outcomes are answers. Both outcomes are gifts, even if only one of them feels like one in the moment. But let's be honest about where you currently are, because the honesty is what makes the rest of this meaningful. You have some self-doubt running in the background of this connection. Not about the person, about yourself. About whether you are reading the situation correctly. About whether what you sense between you is mutual or mostly yours. About whether you deserve the version of this that feels like your highest hope for it. And alongside the self-doubt is something else. A tendency that has perhaps been art's part of how you navigate love for a long time. To quietly adjust your expectations when they feel too high. To begin the preemptive lowering of standards as a form of emotional insurance against disappointment. To tell yourself that maybe you were asking for too much, that maybe the person in front of you is close enough to what you need. That close enough is what you should accept you. The message coming through about this is as clear as anything in this reading. Keep your standards. All of them. Everyone. Not as rigidity. Not as a performance of being unbothered or unavailable. But as the genuine and grounded recognition that the right person, the one who is actually meant to stand in that place in your life, will not require you to lower the bar to reach them. They will rise. Because you are worth rising for, and the right person will know it. Your king is coming. I want to say that plainly and let it mean what it means without decoration. Not a version of what you have been hoping for. Not someone who has most of the qualities, but requires you to make peace with the absence of the rest. The actual person carrying the actual things you have been asking for in prayer and in quiet and in the specific and private language of your deepest hoping is in motion toward you. And they are bringing everything, not just romantic feeling, the full list, the emotional availability, the capacity to see you clearly and stay without needing you to be less, the willingness to build rather than just receive, the particular quality of presence that allows you to finally fully exhale rather than maintaining the low-level monitoring that love has previously required of you. They are coming because you are ready. And you are ready because of everything you have been through to arrive here. Right now, In this specific moment of your journey, you are glowing. That is not a metaphor for something you should aspire to. It is a description of something that is already happening. Something in you that has been doing the genuine, consistent, unglamorous work of becoming has arrived at a visible expression of itself. People around you are noticing. The quality of your presence has changed in a way that is perceptible even to those who cannot name what is different. And this glow, this particular frequency of someone who has stopped performing their confidence and is simply inhabiting it, is what is drawing your king toward you, not the curated version of you. The real one. The one that exists when you are not trying to be anything other than exactly what you are. You. Yes, you, who has probably underestimated how powerful that realness actually is, are someone who changes lives when you love. Not casually, not partially, but with the full and genuine weight of everything you carry. People underestimate this about you. They look at you and assess something, and then they enter into genuine connection with you and discover that their assessment was embarrassingly incomplete. That what you offer, the quality of your presence, the depth of your attention, the way you love when you love without reservation is categorically different from what they imagined from the outside. Your king will not underestimate you. They will recognize, perhaps from the first real moment of contact, exactly what they are encountering. Here is the insight that I think reframes this entire story. The one that changes not just how you understand this connection, but how you understand everything that brought you to it. You cannot get to the next level alone. Neither can they. That is not a weakness in either of you. It is the specific design of certain partnerships. Where two people arrive at the edge of what they are individually capable of and discover that the thing that unlocks the next stage is the presence of the other person. Not because not either of them is incomplete without the other, but because some elevations require a combination of what both people carry, and neither has access to the full combination alone. They need what you carry, not to be rescued from anything, to be unlocked. The specific qualities in you, the spiritual connection, the power of your presence, the way you love with your whole self, are the key to a door in them that they cannot open from their side. And they carry something equally specific for you. A stability, an emotional depth, a willingness to be fully present with what you feel rather than managing it from a comfortable distance. Together, you complete something. Something neither of you is missing exactly, but that neither of you has fully accessed before. And they are emotionally available in a way that may genuinely surprise you. This is not someone who will require you to manage your depth or your intensity or the full complexity of who you are. They are tuned in to themselves, to their own emotional interior, to the full spectrum of what it feels like to be a person who takes their inner life seriously. They will not be frightened by yours. They will not look at the depth of what you feel and retreat to a safer distance. They will look at it and move closer. The way they see you, the specific quality of recognition in how their attention lands on you will feel different from how you have been seen before. Not because you have changed what you offer, because they have the capacity to receive the full version of it. And there is nothing more disorienting and more wonderful than being truly received by another person after a long season of being partially slowly understood. What you will build together is not small. That deserves to be said directly, not wrapped in vague hopefulness. The partnership forming between you carries a significance that extends well beyond the personal. Something will be created in the space between your combined energies, something of lasting value, something that produces abundance in the broadest and most meaningful sense of that word. Financial, yes, but also the generational kind, the kind that leaves something behind, that creates a legacy, that matters past the immediate moment. Every leap of faith you take with this person will take you higher rather than leaving you stranded. Not because nothing difficult will happen. Difficulty is part of every real story, but because the person beside you will face the difficulty with you rather than being the source of it or the reason you face it alone. The worst is behind you. That sentence has arrived with an unusual clarity and unusual certainty. And I want to offer it to you in the same spirit. Not as comfort designed to make the present more bearable, but as a genuine description of where you are on the map of your own journey. The hardest part is done. The questions that hollowed you out have almost finished asking themselves. The confirmation you have been waiting is close selves. Close enough that the waiting itself is almost over. You who kept choosing to stay open when closing would have been so much easier, are standing at the threshold, or something at the threshold of something that matches the quality of your own heart. Something that does not require you to lower your standards, or quiet your depth, or make yourself manageable for someone who cannot hold your full volume. What is coming honors everything you are. Give this person the benefit of the doubt, not naively, with the grounded openness of someone who has done enough work on themselves to trust their own discernment. Pay attention to how they respond. Watch what they do, not just what they say. Allow their actions to be the confirmation rather than trying to find it in your own analysis. And when it arrives, the gesture, the surprise, the tangible and undeniable thing that makes your body recognize this before your mind catches up. Let yourself receive it without immediately looking for the catch, without managing your own hope back down to something safer. Your king is coming. They are bringing everything with them. And this time, everything is exactly what it sounds like.